Health, meeting in Slade Building. This meeting is being recorded and possibly broadcast live as we speak. And I think there's one other thing I'm supposed to say and I never remember what it is. Well, maybe I got it all right this time. Okay. Review the minutes from October 10th.
The thing I remember discussing at some point was having somebody look at the website to see if we could submit the forms electronically. But I didn't see that in here. Were we gonna ask somebody about that?
I already did ask Candace, and remember we talked about it last week. Oh, so maybe I didn't put it in there.
Right.
We, talked about, because it would have to be,
Oh, you said like Survey Monkey or something.
Survey
but
Monkey.
Nobody else has to do that. Like, why can't our website just?
have a form.
Yeah, everybody else does.
I can check with her again, but that's what she said, is that we'd have to have some kind of, it has to go through Google or something, I'm not sure.
Oh, Google surveys are difficult to work with.
I think that was her point.
So go
That
to
would have been under
Monkey survey monkey or something.
new business, perhaps?
Yeah, but I mean, if you have to print it out and
Yeah.
then either mail it or
What
walk
part
it
of the?
here,
Yeah,
it's not that
it's
easy.
not that.
Oh, it was for the
easy.
complaints.
Oh, well. But it wasn't in there, so maybe if we
Right.
just add that,
Okay.
cause I remember discussing it, so.
I didn't see it when I went through so I'm not sure if maybe we talked about it after the meeting was over. No, I
I
don't know.
didn't think so. Cause I handed you the one I had filled out, and then I said, I wish this could be electronically submitted, and then, yeah, I thought that was during the meeting, whatever.
Yeah.
but I don't know, 2 weeks ago, it's hard to remember.
So I had a couple of questions, having disappeared for 3 weeks, now back. Lori will let the fire department know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let Chief Hayes know about the vaccine clinic.
My question was why?
Just so they're aware that it's going on in town, I mean, just a heads up.
In case
For
somebody
the
had a
emergency
problem.
services side of it?
I mean, just figure it doesn't hurt to give them a heads up that we're gonna be over there at the
So
school
the
and,
police are gonna be notified too?
Nancy was taking care of that.
Okay. And then it says they are hoping to get reimbursed through insurance cards.
Yeah, so
There
they're
will be
gonna-
pediatric doses for 5+ and high dose for 65+. It's a sentence that's disconnected. It doesn't, because you talked about the vaccine will cost the COVID vaccine, I'm assuming, $89,000, but then that sentence doesn't clarify. Is this the COVID that will be
Yeah, it was a
reimbursed through
different-
insurance
it was a
cards?
different- it
Or
was a
is
different
this the
subject.
flu that will be reimbursed?
So it was a different
It just needs to be,
subject.
it just needs to be clarified when
Yeah,
you're
so
talking
just-
about COVID or flu.
I
It's
guess
just-
after the 89,000, it was voted on and passed, that was MPHN virtual meeting I attended.
And that was
So that was,
for
and then the,
flu vaccine?
that was for COVID and
COVID.
flu, yep,
COVID and flu, right?
yes.
The 89,000 was for COVID.
Was for COVID and flu?
Yeah, they put in an
Okay.
order, so then it's a different subject after that, let the fire department, that's about our clinic.
Okay.
Yep.
So then it switched subjects to, yeah.
And
I
then
thought
switch back.
just the COVID
So it's a-
vaccine was 89,000.
I thought so too, but.
Yeah.
Might have been, I don't know, I just had to attend another meeting on Monday, they're spending another 90,000, buying more because they've already gone through half of what they ordered the first time. And they still have a whole bunch
And
of-
the one that you voted on Monday, this week
This week, yep.
is
Just
COVID?
yesterday
Yes.
morning, yeah.
COVID and flu or just COVID?
I think this one's just COVID, so maybe the other one was too, but
I
they
believe-
also were buying flu vaccine too, so they're buying both, but I think they had enough of the flu and they had to keep buying more COVID.
Correct. I believe that's what I read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't, thank you for attending, voting on that.
That wasn't all that clear, so I wasn't
All
sure.
right.
Grammatical.
So I would like to, make a motion that we perhaps retype this and make, and approve it the next meeting. Do you think that's necessary, or we just straighten these two
Is it-
sentences up?
Is it just that this Lori will let the fire department know just needs to be moved?
Yeah, because it's just a different topic.
And I guess who.
But that's how the flow went, that's how I did it that way.
Right.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We never talk in a straight line.
Well, you can correct it by
Yeah, we
saying
were-
Lori will let the fire department know about our clinic.
About,
Our upcoming-
know about the clinic.
Our upcoming.
Our upcoming clinic.
Okay.
Cause there's clinics all over the place.
Yeah, the
So
89,000 is to cover all of MPH's clinics.
Yeah, by
it's a
MPH.
MPHN does them all over the place.
Yeah, the vaccine will cost 89,000, it was voted on and passed by MPHN for COVID purchase. Make that correction.
For COVID only, COVID purchase.
Yeah, for COVID purchase.
Yeah, MPHN is, so the they maybe, MPHN is hoping to get reimbursed. So they want everyone to bring their insurance cards, they're gonna bill insurance companies, but they don't always,
Instead of saying they in the next
Yep.
sentence, it should be MPHN.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, and then it
It should
actually
be
changes
ages.
subject again. Then we were talking about the
Ages.
previous meetings.
Ages.
I guess I wasn't at that one.
65 plus,
I was not, I did not attend,
understand.
but somebody was saying they were getting charged
Thank you.
for COVID vaccine.
Mm,
And
I've
as
heard
of
that too.
And as of September 1st, that's accurate. It isn't free anymore. Unless you're uninsured or underinsured, and then if you go to Walmart, no,
Walgreens or
Walgreens,
CVS.
CVS, or Community
Right.
Health Center,
Right,
then you can get it without paying,
with the bridge program.
yes.
But
Yeah,
not
so
for-
that reads, I
Walmart
think this
doesn't
No.
reads the bottom
Walmart
of
doesn't
this
participate
reads
in
all right.
any of that.
Okay.
No, no, just Walgreens and
We can
CVS
just,
and
I can
Community Health
just
Center.
retype it and we can redo it next.
So you don't have to even be
Yeah,
a
I
patient
think
at
we
the Community
should.
Health Center, you can just go in there and
Walk in.
get a shot.
And I can send it to you
I
guys.
hope people know that.
I'll redo it tomorrow and send
About
it in and then.
Yeah.
The bridge program.
Or going to
Right.
community
Where to
health.
go, right, yeah.
Yeah,
Do
that's
we
why I
have
figured we
that?
would clarify it and
Yeah,
Kinda.
is that part of the stuff
I
that's
had-
put on the website?
So, let's
I had
clear
given
up with the
Nancy-
minutes, excuse me.
Yeah, we
Let's-
are trying to.
Yeah.
We're going, so there's more corrections that you're seeing in the
Do with
minutes?
Well,
We
just that
talked
it,
about
it changed subjects again
Right,
to the bridge program.
right,
and
so
then-
I do think that we should hold off approval. Nancy will rework the paragraph so it flows better, even though our discussions were as she wrote it, just so it's more understandable, as long as the whole thing is there, so it's more readable. And if you have any other comments, just, make them now, but we'll hold off approval until the next meeting.
Yep, under D, recycling metal estate. Just the question was, are we gonna be advertising it and when and how?
Where are we?
Under section D for
What number?
What number?
10,
10, new
Okay.
business, last page.
Oh, well, we hadn't,
cause November 4th is right around the corner, so
Yes.
that's why I was just asking if advertising had been talked about.
no, cause I was real tentative that day.
Right, I'm ready to discuss it tonight.
Okay.
Well, I'm ready to give you the update.
So Nancy,
Mm-hmm.
the bottom of the
Under
first
E.
page.
Yeah.
It starts, Lori filled out the vaccine blah blah form,
Yep.
and it goes down 1, 2, 3, like 4 lines
Yeah.
on flyers. All of that section should be up above with the, talking about our clinic and not the bridge program. You know what I'm saying? It's like we
Okay,
were
yes.
switch it around.
I know.
But if we can put it
Put it
together the
yep.
way it's so it's not
Would flow better.
confusing.
Yep.
Yeah.
In under section 10, number E, what was that about? Unexpected subject, Lori.
Just
touching
the
on-
Because the-
whole topic of unexpected subjects.
And when we
This-
went to that meeting with the lawyers, she had said something like you couldn't have that because everything had to be known ahead what you were gonna talk about. But Kathy clarified and said, no, we can still do that. That's why I questioned it.
I'm
Under the so
under E, yeah.
E.
Yeah.
The topic is,
Like here on today's agenda where we have under 10 new
Topic
business
of
unexpected subjects.
quote, unexpected subjects.
Yeah, so 10A on tonight says unexpected subjects, but
So I would,
thought they
I
said
would
we
just
couldn't
write it this way.
do that. We couldn't bring up
The
anything that wasn't
topic
already
of,
on the
quote,
agenda
unexpected
because
subjects
somebody might wanna be,
or
sit in on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if we talked
That'll-
about something
that'll
unexpected,
clarify
they
it
couldn't
for
come
Judy
or be part
and
of it.
everyone else.
Mhm.
I
Because
thought
she's
that's what the
seeing it
lawyer had
as
said, but
someone
Kathy's
else
saying,
not
no, we
as
can
one
still
of
do
us.
that.
Right.
Yeah,
I think the topic
Um,
of,
it just
quote.
didn't come across that way.
we're clarifying
Maybe
it
there's
now.
a
Well,
word
it'll
or
be
two.
corrected.
Yeah, a word or two that needs to be added in.
Mhm. Yep. It will be corrected to say the topic of, quote, unexpected subjects. Alright,
Yeah, I'm sorry, just one more thing.
No, that's okay.
So on the second page, it says, one positive COVID student last week and one this week. You should probably say at the Hubbardston Center School.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you go on to say the 3 or 4 strep cases and the hand, foot, and mouth, that was all at Hubbardston Center School. And then I guess we switched back to the vaccine clinic.
Mhm.
So yeah, so maybe those last few lines should go up with the rest of the
Okay,
vaccine clinic
yep.
information.
Okay.
I was impressed with the amount of information. I said, wow.
we do have all the information.
Very detailed.
Yeah,
Okay, so this will be worked on and sent to us for us to, adopt at the next meeting, approve at the next meeting. Alright, so we're tabling approval. So, now for the current COVID-19 flu Maven update, I did see the notice that we're having the clinic, isn't it put out by the E-Blast?
yeah.
So that's already been out there for next week with the phone number to sign up. I haven't seen it on the electronic board yet, the new one.
There is no electronic board at the rec field anymore.
No,
I
not
just drove
there, I
by
meant
it.
the other one,
Yeah,
the
no,
color
we
board.
thought there was still 2.
The color board.
Yeah, we thought today there was still 2, and when I
They were
drove
out.
home, it's gone.
They're out.
It might be
It's
in the
down at
highway
DPW.
department.
Right.
And I have, this for Travis, I don't know, I have to find out if he is actually using it and doing it, to.
He
I
can
have
post it down
He can
there.
post it. So this
Okay.
is what I did, 'cause you can only
Do so many letters.
So that would be the big one if they put it back at the rec field, you think?
It will not be at the rec field, it'll be down on
It's
62.
Just the one at the, oh, they moved it.
They moved it.
It's moved, excuse me, 68. It's down 68 near the DPW driveway.
Okay.
It's moved.
So there
And
is one that's
Does
just,
this look accurate to you? Cause there's only so many
It's
spaces.
so hard to do it.
There's so many there's only so much you can put in there.
Like, this will actually all look like one word, but there's no, it's very difficult to do it.
Cause you only have so many spaces and letters. Or, spaces you can
What
put.
is this?
Line
Reg
two.
required,
Well, you can't walk in.
I mean, registration,
Yeah.
It was recommended.
recommended. But I
Okay.
know, so I don't know how else you can do it. If
Are
you
you
don't
gonna
put
take
spaces in
walk-ins?
between.
Yes, yes.
Well, then why
And they're just,
what-
they're strongly encouraging. I think they wanna know
How
how much
about
vaccine to bring.
call
Are we using
this
color?
number to,
I don't know what they're
Reg,
using.
REG.
The DPH registration?
how about call,
It's MPA,
No.
whatever MPHN is
Two.
using. They're doing it all.
call,
They're doing
or how
everything.
about call
They don't want us to
space
do a
978.
Okay, so.
And I put something
How
out to
about
Victoria
call,
today, asking if they had
and then the
signs or if
phone
they
number.
needed us to get them, and she
Who's
never
up
responded.
here?
She was away from her desk.
So this is over here.
Like signs for day off, you mean,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff?
Yeah, like to post, this way to the vaccine
Yeah.
clinic kind of thing.
Reg,
But I don't, we have some in the
call the
somewhere,
phone
right?
number.
What?
See if
signs.
that works later.
Yes, we have
That's
to,
it.
Call
I mean, the signs tell you.
978-602-2356,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Reg.
Okay.
So
See
I'll
if
let,
that works.
like I
Okay.
said, I
They're in
asked her
our-
if
they're
they
in
had
our
And I don't
DPH.
even know if he's
I mean, they're in
doing
our
it, or I
office.
don't know.
Right,
So I
Okay.
have
so
to
that's
find
fine,
out.
but
if we
thank
need
you.
them, I'll go down
Yeah,
there and
That's,
look
I
for
think
'em.
that'll read better.
It's on the, it's
If
on.
not, they're at the,
Is it
in
on
the
the
trailer
cardboard?
at the
I just got it
highway
today.
department.
Oh, okay.
It's already been sent to Katie.
Nancy,
Great.
do you know where the signs are, the little plastic?
Which signs are we looking for?
Enter, exit.
Yes, I know where they are.
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
In the
I'm not
closet.
sure we're gonna need them. I asked Victoria today if we needed them. She was away from her office.
Okay,
I'll,
all right.
I'll figure that out.
There's been, the nurses newsletter came home,
And it was in there.
it was in there, and it
Okay.
also came in the principal's newsletter.
Oh, great.
Yeah, 2 places from school.
Okay. I'll put a couple of signs up on that front door tomorrow when I go there.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to the library today and put anything up because they were closed, but I did the senior center, the post office, and the old Mr. Mike's today. I put signs up in those 3.
Okay.
I'll get the other ones tomorrow.
I know where those other signs are. I'll bring them to the clinic, just in case we need them.
Yeah, like I said, she should get back to me.
And the clinic is in the
That's all right.
school.
We have them
Yep.
for all that stuff.
I won't be there, I'll be at a meeting, so, just curious.
Doesn't really sound like they want us there. I don't know.
I know, they just wanna do everything themselves.
Yeah.
That's okay, but we will be present.
Oh, yeah.
I'm smiling.
That's fine. Okay, any new cases to report about the school or anything, Laura, that you're
Not
aware of?
that she's told me of, no.
Okay. Any other COVID, flu, anything to report from Maven?
No, I thought I had everything all squared away so I could get in there, and so I don't.
For the Maven, yeah.
Couldn't get in. So
Huh.
it turns out that they need an official letter from the Board of Health on Board of Health, letterhead, saying that, and I know I've asked for it before, but I don't know whether they lost it or what, but anyway.
So I have
So
no to do it.
I sent her the email, and they won't open up they won't give me a new password until they get that letter.
Okay.
But otherwise, everything is done. I turned in my certificate and everything else that you need to do it. Everything is done. It's been done for a while. Just need that letter.
Okay. At this point, before we go into Title V's and such, we have a visitor, Steve, here, in regards to 28 Old Westminster Road. And so I'd like to move him up into, the next topic we go over before going into Title V's and water tests and so on. All right? And this is a repair. these have been signed yet?
No, he needs to sign them, but he signed this one.
All right, so
And he
here's
signed,
the copies of the plans. And he sent his approval in via email.
Is this your residence?
I'm purchasing the property. In order to get the loan, I have to have
Title V.
Title V, approved septic
Okay.
plan by the Board of Health. Bank is really hammering me on an approved plan by the Board of Health.
Right,
So, that's why I'm here.
so one of the changes is that the, be a distance, depth distance, from 4 to 3 feet. And they're going to, or have already done, you did this sieve test,
The what test?
sieve analysis, the soil,
Oh, yeah, the soil analysis.
the
was done.
soil analysis. Do we have that? Yes, I think it's right here.
Yeah.
Hold on, just getting to it. Soil analysis was done back in October. And Phil saw this?
I did sign off on it.
It's a very big system. 18 feet wide.
56.
We only signed off on
56
this
feet
one.
long. How many bedrooms is the system?
Three bedroom, 1 bath.
That's a
Wow,
big
that's a
system for
big
one
system for
bathroom.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you guys want nowadays, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is. I'm ready for it, though. I need a
Some
Need a
old
project.
Old Westminster.
So a new septic tank.
Where's 28?
Hmm?
Where's 28 Old Westminster?
Right across from Joyce Green's house.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha, I know where that one is now.
Yeah.
So Phil's gonna come in later and sign these,
Yeah.
He will, yeah.
and we can sign off on this based on this.
You can look at that one, yeah.
So the existing well is staying right where it is.
Yes.
Nicely designed though.
The way the house is,
No,
the design is, yeah, no, it's,
really,
no, I think Mark did a good job.
yeah.
And,
So that's the one he
Looks-
signed off on.
Okay.
But there's no
Alright.
difference, right?
No, it's
No.
just, this is tiny, you
Tiny.
can't
It's the
really see it or
digital
read
one,
it,
yeah.
so he just
Phil
made it smaller and then
original.
signed that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then these is because Phil
almost
signed
ready.
Yeah.
that removal.
Mm-hmm.
This is, the signature here. I don't know, Steve, is that your signature
What's that
here?
now? No, that's probably JD's.
Oh, okay.
Allward, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then Phil did the same page, but signed it, cause he signed it remote,
Gotcha,
so.
okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 28 Old Westminster Road.
No.
Okay. Approve as written. All in favor of me noting that, all right?
Aye.
Thank you. Reviewed. I'll sign one of these as well, or I'll sign these now.
Yeah, probably, and then I'll have Phil
He'll come
sign
back
it.
in and
Yeah,
sign
when
it.
he can come in.
All right, do you have any questions for us?
Do you have any questions for me? No? I think we're, I don't know, I think I've done it, we're all, I think we're good,
Yeah,
right?
so we'll get this to him tomorrow, right?
Well, I don't know when Phil can come in and actually sign them.
So
As soon as
it's,
they're
so Phil
signed,
signs it and then it's approved?
it's all, we
It's a-
have now approved
It's all
it.
approved, he just needs to sign these.
Physically sign these
Oh.
engineering plans.
Oh, okay,
So you can take one to the bank,
okay,
okay?
alright, sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so I can do it right now? I can take one of those? No.
He
Can I
hasn't
take
signed
a
them.
picture of it and then leave?
Couldn't you take that little one?
I'll do
No,
that, that's what I'm gonna do.
Probably the one to do,
I
because
just,
that's got
cause
his
I know
Do we have a
signature.
copy of
they've
it?
been so
Um,
on me about this. Board of Health's gonna approve this, like, okay. Just,
Sounds
I
like
know,
legality.
it's kinda odd having someone here tonight, but.
She's gonna make a copy. I
She's
think.
gonna
Oh,
make
she
a
is?
copy of the
Oh,
little one.
great.
Oh, the
You can
small
take
one?
that.
Yeah, that'd be great, yep. No, this whole thing's been going on for like 6 weeks and trying to get the, you know, the financing and this and
Sure,
that.
it all,
And it
takes
all
time.
comes down, you know what, good things happen to good people, so it's all gonna work in the end, you know?
Just gotta check those things off the list.
No, but I love that house, it's gonna be nice, you know, so.
Yeah.
Neighbors are great. Can't complain, you know? Life is good. In
I mean,
Hubbardston.
there's not a rooster across the street that wakes you up at 4:30?
I'm sure there is. It doesn't matter. And I got beer in the backyard, whatever.
so.
Beer is not noisy.
No,
We will give you a copy of that, but you may have to come back,
And sign some stuff?
no, and Phil has to sign
Phil
these.
Okay.
has to physically sign, he
So-
signed it, but not those big plans, so he needs to just sign those.
Until you,
This is perfect right here. You guys are great.
Did you sign that
Thank
small
you.
one?
uh-huh,
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
just,
I'm
I'll
on the
scan this and
process
send
of-
it to my bank tomorrow and
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure
should
she'll
work.
want something else, but that's okay.
That
All
should
right,
work.
thank you.
If they have any questions, they can call me as well.
Great. You guys have been very good. Thank you. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Sorry,
Good luck.
Rod. I'm sorry to,
No,
no,
no
no,
problem.
Sit
thank
down.
you
Good
for
luck.
coming.
it's nice, you guys do a good job. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
I'm signing these, so your note to yourself is that Phil has to physically sign
That's
these
what I'm
others,
writing down.
okay?
Yeah.
Now we can go back to the order of the agenda,
Title V reports.
Title V. That was in this one.
That's separate.
Is that, is this the, next one?
No, this
Okay.
is just
Or
you to
three of
sign
those
those.
kids go to
Alright.
Hubbardston Center.
Okay.
That's why I
Three,
left
so
it
the
here.
4-year-old must be in
Gotcha.
pre-K.
We have, Peaceful Acres of Water.
So I don't know. I don't know about the
Those
Is that on the
2,
agenda?
4,
It's-
and 7, and 9.
2, 5, 7.
So the title, I just
Excuse me,
had a-
Title
I
V,
had
one
just a
seventy-three.
perk test, here.
Okay, perk test on title, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Just the results.
I did the soil suitability instead of a perk test for,
repair.
173 Gardner Road. Okay, and I'll pass
For a
that around.
repair.
For a repair. Put that right there while I keep signing. Yes, that goes in this one.
Yes.
Right there. 2 down, 1 to go, alright.
says unsuitable materials present, and then they checked off fill materials, that mean they're gonna have to remove stuff and then put fill in?
Correct. That's usually what that means.
Okay. So medium sand with gravel. Okay. Groundwater observed,
Alright, here you are.
96 inch.
That's that one.
Okay. From the pit.
It's my dump pile. To keep everything in order.
You're very organized.
I try.
Oh, yes. You sign off on this?
You just need to sign, this is just.
Oh, there we did, in August, got it. Oh
And-
my God,
and
not me
Phil
signing.
I don't
signed it,
know.
so
Yes.
you just said you wanted to sign those.
Yes,
How
I'm
do you
just
usually get it,
reviewing
Judy?
everything.
The little
Everything
diagram
is
they drew, I
done.
can't tell what's the old one, what's the new one.
So there's 2 copies, okay.
So that there's more than one test here, is that what I'm seeing? Right, is this a separate test or is this the same?
I didn't look
same
at it
one?
yet, I passed it on to you.
So, these are just identical, no, they're different.
2 holes. So they dug 2 holes.
Okay.
So this is.
So this one said unsuitable materials, then they were gonna use fill. Groundwater, no. This one says groundwater, yes.
They're not gonna use it, they found fill material there. So, soil horizon level goes out here,
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That one's now done.
yes. So, is it better, the second hole is better, so that's what the design will be based on. It'll be built on.
So we have to remember,
Depth in soil
Design.
beneath 6 feet.
So is there somewhere on this thing that says the soil test was found, it's found to be suitable for a septic system?
There should be some,
Pervious
I think in the
materials,
very
says
back.
yes. So. Only exits have to be below slab. Is this no basement on this house? 1,000-gallon tank.
we still don't have the engineering plans, this is the initial
Yeah,
evaluation
it's-
for the repair.
Right.
Yep. So here was soil, hole number 1, hole number 2.
Well, like if you're checking to make sure that they found it to be acceptable, is there somewhere on here, here?
That's the sheet.
Test passed, okay.
And
So
it
that's
should be
really
on
what we're
hole-
looking for.
And it should be for hole number 2, or soil test area number 2.
It says hole number 1,
Yeah, observation hole number 1.
number 1.
And was that number 1 on the other page, or was it number 2?
Number 2 is the one that they filled out the report on. This was a short 2-pager for the hole number 1. And then
So we need clarification where that's being,
yeah, and it's saying there's fill material on both,
Mm-hmm.
right?
so.
So we
Yeah.
need a
So
little
we need some
clarification on
clarification.
Yeah,
the
both say unsuitable, but that says
soil
passes.
suitable test,
Unsuitable
for
materials,
173 Gardner. As I said, there's 2 holes, and
Groundwater observed,
they're not
no.
saying which one.
But there was you know why? Maybe because there was groundwater observed on 2, they can't use it? Groundwater?
Mhm.
So maybe that's why they're using 1?
So what was the depth of the groundwater?
96
96
inches.
inches?
That's
That's,
weeping from pit.
Okay. What about the other one? Does it say? There wasn't, I guess there wasn't any.
There wasn't any.
There wasn't.
No,
a report on
groundwater
that.
observed, no.
Okay, so that's why they're using hole number 1.
Yeah. Looks that way.
it would be nice to get a better some clarification on it.
Yeah, see if we can get clarification on, for the final page,
Mm-hmm.
after looking over those things. Why hole number 1 was chosen. And then we'll expect to see that, as part of the engineering plans.
It's a lot of groundwater.
Yeah.
At my place, you can see groundwater at 2 inches.
Right. If you go over there where they built the, storage, you go down there and it's 12 inches. Just shovel full and bubbles
Very
right out.
You're
wet
talking about the
still.
rec field?
No,
Right
next to the,
Okay, so we'll just,
the company there, and that's where they
I'm
built the
just gonna ask
storage.
for some of these
storage
things to
units.
come to a
Oh,
little,
a little further down.
So
details,
under-
that's
Mhm.
all,
So
that's all.
if you go off to the
So who
side
am
of
I
it,
asking?
you can
You're
get a
asking-
You want me
reasonable
to
perk.
ask Phil?
But if you go
No.
in the middle of that field,
He
forget
didn't do the
it.
test,
12
did he?
inches down.
Who
Yeah,
did the
cause there's
soil
the rec
evaluation?
field,
Well, Phil
on the
was a
far
witness.
right-hand side where they put that shed of
Yeah.
that big
Who
like
did
building up.
Who did
Mhm.
That field where the little kids play,
Luke Ross.
Okay.
it's just a mud pit.
Tell Luke
It's,
that.
it's like you walk in there, it doesn't matter if it's rained in
Trust
the
him,
last 2
however,
weeks, it's
we need
always
more
wet
written
there, always
detail.
wet.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Because we're
crazy
really
having these
There
little
are a
kids.
lot of wet
Closer
spots
attention
in
to all
town.
these things
Yeah.
that we sign off.
Alright.
All right, not a big deal. Okay, we'll get a little bit more detail on that and bring it back to the next meeting. Next, we have water tests, well completion forms. So it says it was coliform, or that he checked for coliform, all right. Okay. The second page, he shows that he's, wants them to check for the coliform when he sends it in, and here's the results. And it's fine, just so you can look at it real quick. And the next one is 40 Birches Road. We'll pass those around as we go as well.
So he didn't do one from the well, this was built, he was started this before I started.
Yes.
So, but this is from, here, the pressure tank inside the house, and they're both absent. And then this is his, well completion report.
And we're finally getting these reports
What do you mean?
because we signed off on completion back in September.
But that's completion for the septic. This is for the water,
All right, so we're
and
down
that's
to
for
the
the well.
water. And the well was dug now.
And here is, no, that, I just hadn't gotten that, so I was pushing to get it.
All right, thank you.
I think it tells on the last page at the bottom when it was actually done.
So, in order to complete this whole site, we were missing, when the well was done, which was actually done, in July 2nd, and the water test that was done on, 9/28. And yeah, and it's all here, and we're just now getting this to complete the whole,
Cause he's looking
Packed.
to close.
cause he's now looking to close, so, alright,
So the well completion report and the water test are both in there
now in here now,
Yes, and they're both good.
okay. Yes, they are.
Because we can't sign off on the building, permit and do part of the, occupancy. We can't sign off and do all, until all of this paperwork is in.
Okay. That's the well.
Yeah, I was just looking at this, the water test from the tank.
Is
So
what Judy's
what does it
looking at.
mean- Yeah, what does it mean from the tank? It wasn't tested from the well?
No,
No, from the
because
pressure tank. That's where you took the sample.
Inside.
Yes.
inside the house.
Yes.
So it's inside the house, so
Instead of from
that's,
the well.
this is all during the time that we had 3 different clerks. All this was occurring. So the fact that this looks, that we're just getting the materials late, that there was no, so Nancy is making sure all the ducks are in a row with the checklist, and now we have everything. That should be in the folders for this property. I signed off on both of them that we reviewed it.
Mhm.
So then it can be, the building permit finals thing that's done online can get signed off on, and they can close on the property. So that,
This was a brand new build?
Yes.
and again, all of this went through during the time that we were, yeah, between July and the October, we went through 3 clerks, so.
And I started in January.
Mhm. So, they will be glad to know that everything's now in order. Wastewater testing from 5 Navajo.
So the 5 Navajo is the one that, needed that system put in.
Right.
So that's what that is.
Do we know what FAST stands for?
No, what did he tell you on this one? It's it's a specific type of system, I think.
Mm-hmm. I can't put that in. Acronym
I
for
don't
it.
know what it is, but.
Is it because there isn't enough land there for
Yes.
a regular system?
The top 4 sheets are what we're reviewing at 5 Navajo.
Storage facility.
But they don't have a bathroom. They don't even have an office,
Yeah, so I don't know what
so it's
that
not
is.
them.
Where's
It'd be nice if some way that actually said what that means.
Oh, the little building.
No, where the
Oh, the other
office,
one,
yeah,
yes,
it could be.
yes.
Nitrogen removal system.
Nitrogen reducing to less than 2,000 GPD.
Huh,
There will be
okay, so what happened
wastewater.
was the blower alarm triggered the service call. Alarm needs to be replaced, no test was
Mm. It's proprietary technologies.
Just
Maybe they're just
really
letting us know
compact
that.
or.
Aerobic wastewater treatment system that utilizes a complete submerged fixed film process to treat organics and nitrified, and a passive recycle system for gentrification. Each model
Okay.
contains submerged media.
Great.
I would really like to see a picture. Would that be helpful?
I know nothing about
Yeah.
that type of system, so I don't.
County Barnstable, that's the kind, these are the systems they use down on the Cape, cause they can't put out septic systems on the Cape. So they have like a tank, so it just moves from one tank to another tank to another tank. So at the end of this, by the time it gets to the end, then you've got relatively clean water that can go into the ground. Kind of a,
So it's a real filter system.
yes.
So the one that, we have a report also from 48 Gardner Road of a similar system, and what happened there. Or is it that one? No, it's this, my brain.
That's 5 minute.
Yeah.
That
That one should be fine, now
That's
that
the
we
agreement that they
are going to do that.
do. I think they've already done it.
Right. At 48 Gardner Road, a blower alarm triggered the service call, and the operator that came to check it said the blower needs to be replaced. It was also noted that a pumping out is needed, required. So I would follow up that on the 48 Gardner Road one, with either an email or a quick letter that we would like to see that this has been pumped out, since it was noted by the one who came to check it.
Mm-hmm.
That the fact that the blower alarm triggered, and also that they did the repair, that they replaced the blower. See that? He says it needs to be pumped, and this is the guy who came to do the check of the system at 48 Gardner. So you can read on the second page where he wrote in what happened.
That you've already signed, this is just so that
Everyone else can sign it, yeah.
So these fast systems have alarms associated with them?
Yes. Anytime you-
WTS, so this wastewater treatment services will notify the local Board of Health and Department of Environmental Protection in writing within 24 hours of a system failure or alarm event.
And there's an example of it right there at this other address. So we want to follow up that it's, the two things noted are corrected.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're gonna, you
Within
might
24
create
hours.
checklists, that's, or write it on the folder.
Now,
Yes.
why would the
Right
alarm go off?
So this happened in August. It says August 3rd.
Mhm.
Well, this is this company specifically.
Well, that one's that one.
Oh, it is?
No, they're
No.
separate.
No.
This is Wastewater Treatment Services, Inc.,
Right.
their inspection and testing agreement, so maybe their agreement is different.
Fast systems. So it was last pumped out on September of 2018.
Yeah, so we wanna know that that's pumped.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like they
Yeah.
should be doing it more regularly. Don't they recommend every other year? Oh, I don't know for this type of system, I don't know.
So, just so we
Okay.
know that we
Okay.
have
Yeah,
these
so we should
two
follow up on
sites.
that one.
Yes, she's going to do that. Either an email or a quick letter, whichever way it goes.
But do we know why the alarm went off?
Yeah, some air intake.
Because the blower needs to be
Or
replaced.
it could be just, if it hasn't been
The person
pumped,
said
it
the
could be too
blower
hot,
needed to be
Yeah,
replaced.
like the solids
much.
got into the,
too much gas or.
yeah, something got in there.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Okay, and you've gotten the other one.
But yeah, like I said, that was
The
back
other
in
one.
August.
Liz has that one.
Okay.
It says date of service is August
Yeah,
3rd.
the problem is getting somebody out to pump.
Jeremy, okay.
Look, for a while, maybe it's better now, but for a while, because
Oh, yes.
COVID. it's
Yeah,
really
you
hard
already
to get
signed it,
somebody
so
to come
that's
out.
just for them to sign.
This permit is for the rest of everyone to sign. We didn't wanna hold up the repair, the job being done, so I signed off on it, cause everything was in order. And, we need the additional board members' signatures on the installer's permit. So we didn't wanna hold up, the installation. Thank you for letting me do that. Alright, the next permit is the Hubbardston Historical Society Thanksgiving Farmers Market. One-day permit, because they're a historical society, there's no fee. I cannot sign it because I am the market manager, requested it. For the next meeting, we need to reach out to Carol Whitney for the Unitarian Church there. I noticed in the paper an advertisement that they will be having a, I can't remember what Saturday it is, either November 30th or the following Saturday, the first Saturday in December, because I've been looking at different events and I lost track of which weekend theirs is, because they advertise they're serving sandwiches, so I need to remind Carol to get the, request in.
For the permit, or?
Yeah, for a one-day food permit, and then I will do a one-day
Are they
inspection.
making the sandwiches or bringing them in?
Some years it's one way, some years it's another, so we'll just ask for the one-day
One-day.
permit, because they are serving sandwiches.
Yeah.
Okay? That should cover anything in regards to, food permits. Okay, next we have, septic engineering review, and we have 16 Old Westminster Road.
And that was the same thing, Phil reviewed it.
Can I backtrack?
Yes,
When we give out these permits, do we also ask for a safe serve?
yes. Yes, I am the safe serve for the Historical Society. And,
Well,
but
I
yes.
don't-
And she will be for the police department.
And I will be for the Halloween,
Yeah,
party where the.
That was noted.
yeah,
Yeah.
safe serve is like a 4 hour, but there's also a food handler out there as well.
Correct.
I have that certificate.
Typically Carol carries that, but we'll double check that she has,
Okay.
one of the food safety certificates with the request for the one-day permit.
Good.
Alright, so, going back now to 16 Old Westminster Road. Again, Phil reviewed plans online. How many copies do we have here? These, there's one copy. We have 2 copies, and I'll look at the one that Phil reviewed.
This is a repair. Sorry, is this a repair?
New construction.
Oh, it is.
This is new construction according to the checklist.
That's down by the. Well, not what is now warehouse for the, chicken farm.
Alright,
So 3-bedroom.
can we see what's in this?
It's good land out there.
I can't see it on this one.
Quite a distance away from the
How much
house.
Steve's new neighbors?
Well, reserve area?
Yeah, so, yeah, no, they can put a reserve area in this way, right? It's nice. Pretty simple.
On some of them, they put the vent in, others they don't.
It depends on, whether they have to put above ground system in. You know that one on Plum Tree, you used to be able to see it, this big giant mound, it had this big pipe coming out of it.
It's like a
It did not
candy
work well.
cane.
Yeah. Well, they should paint it, you know, like a candy cane.
I'm
It's a
coming
big
over by
lot.
you, Liz, so we can see it.
Now it's overgrown with,
A normal
wondering
size,
how
or
it's
I might
functioning.
actually
It's overgrown with
see what I'm
trees
looking
and
at.
bushes.
It's a 25-acre lot.
It's huge.
That's a big lot, but it looks like it has a little wetland.
Yeah.
The gravel road.
Sometimes.
Oh, the train
up
goes
there.
by.
Yeah, that's the train that goes by my house.
Oh, here it is.
You'll have to learn to listen to it at 1 o'clock in the morning.
To blow the horn?
Yeah.
This house as well. Over there, wetland on that side.
No,
Reasonable.
Well, it's
even
away
if
from
the
it,
cats
so
are
that's
Mm,
fine.
and here's the
used to it.
buffer.
Yeah.
So the three of us
Looks
just keep
good.
on sleeping.
It's a little hard to read on the small,
The teeny tiny one.
teeny tiny
We can
one.
hear the one in Gardner, where we are.
Really?
Yeah.
I can only hear
Blows
the
them.
trains sometimes. It must be when they airs, right?
Every once in a while.
Or when
It's
I'm
been going
listening,
through-
you know?
It's been going through lately at night.
Yeah. That's fun.
You know how far out I am.
Yeah.
If it goes through on a quiet Saturday morning or early afternoon, I can hear it. That many
Yeah.
miles away.
Well, only has to blow its horn at the crossings, right?
Right.
The road crossings.
And there's one that, like,
And so
not only
Phil
does he
still
blow the
needs to
horn,
come in
but
to
he
sign
rings the
these,
bell.
but I definitely will keep things
I just wanna
quiet.
make sure that you hear me.
Well, I guess he doesn't wanna run anyone over.
No.
I don't blame him.
We're moving on to old business, nursing position.
Yeah.
I now need a new printer. I got a new computer, now I need a new printer. So I couldn't print off, but I did last minute email you
I saw that.
whatever I had on my documents, to you guys. I didn't even open them up because I was
I
on
sent
my.
this in. Did you get this?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then, but you also have that one, so we need to look over. Do you wanna present that a little bit more, go over that?
Well, what I did is I just sat down and I just read through this one that he gave us from Stono. And again, the last time I was here, the last meeting, we kind of all agreed that this was kind of too much for,
Correct, to
Our little
come up
town.
with a one-page
Yeah.
document.
right. So, and I touched base with my friend who works for Rutland as the town public health nurse. And I did touch base with also another friend who's a public health nurse in another town. And the one in Peggy's is pretty informal over there, and mostly what they ask her to do is follow up on infectious diseases and then check up on them if needed, and do occasional education projects, and just to keep tabs on what the health of the town is. So it was pretty informal type of agreement between her and the Board of Health. The other gal actually works for the town as, and hers was a little more complicated, a little more, with more details. So, anyway, but again, it didn't go overboard either. This is like a department. So I just went through it and I just kind of pulled out what I thought would fit with our town. And, so I really don't really have much to say. Did you get it?
So
read it?
well, let me read it,
Okay.
so that we have it on record as to what we're talking about today, okay? For the nursing position, the overview of duties to perform varied professional nursing duties to reduce the incidence of disease and promote health issues and well-being of residents of the town of Hubbardston under the guidance and supervision of the Hubbardston Board of Health. The work consists of public health and the practical application of a variety of concepts, practices, and specialized techniques related to the public health of the community. The public health nurse will examine, analyze, and evaluate facts and circumstances surrounding individual problems, situations, or transactions, and determine actions, if needed, to be taken within the limits of standard or accepted operating practices. Confidentiality. In accordance with the state public records law and HIPAA regulations, the public health nurse has regular access to confidential information obtained during performance of regular position responsibilities such as, it's written twice, client records. For example, communicable illness or medical records. Knowledge and abilities. Knowledge of pertinent public health / community health, nursing, local, state, and federal nursing laws. Could put it in a different position.
That was totally wrong.
Standard
Just cut
operating
and paste.
procedures, practices and procedures, laws and regulations pertinent to communicable diseases, the HIPAA Act, American Nurses Association Public Health Nursing Scope, and standards of practice. Knowledge of pertinent science, medicine, law, and ethics. The nurse should have the ability to interact effectively and appropriately with the public in a culturally competent manner.
Competent.
Thank you. Competent manner, ability to manage multiple tasks in a detailed and timely manner. Essential functions. The essential functions or duties listed below are intended only as illustrations of the various types of work that may be performed. And how about we add for the Hubbardston Board of Health? And we'll say 1, promotes and protects the community's health, prevents disease and disability using knowledge from nursing, social, and public health sciences. 2, triage phone calls from residents and health professionals as well as community agencies related to diagnosis, treatment, control, and interpretation of state and federal public health regulations and/or communications concerning communicable diseases and public health program development. 3, monitors public health, notice alerts, advisories, cautions, and communicable disease reports, contacts reported cases of infectious diseases and reports symptoms as required into the Department of Public Health, Massachusetts Virtual Epidemiologic Network called MAVEN to provide monthly reports to the Hubbardston Board of Health. We're gonna make sure that's 100% clear on types and numbers of infectious disease within the town borders. 4, maintains detailed and accurate public health records for immunizations, tuberculosis, physicians' orders, and communicable diseases in accordance with the MDPH state law. 5, maintains statistical data demonstrating the health of the town for the purpose of public health education, prevention, and intervention. Responsible for the management, storage, and handling of vaccines and serves as an information liaison to the public and provider sites. Okay,
What was that last one?
did it read well or not read well?
Responsible for the management, storage, and handling of vaccines and serves as an information liaison to the public and provider sites. So this person is responsible for the storage of vaccines, yeah?
Well, you have to report, if you're gonna handle vaccines, you have to report how many came in, how many go out.
Okay, that's appropriate for this
Right.
person to do that,
If we
yeah.
keep it in our fridge here,
Refrigerator.
there has to be a thermometer in there and it has to be checked to make sure it's
On a
been at the
daily
correct
basis. Okay.
temperature. So you're supposed to keep a temperature chart and you put the date and what the temperature was.
Okay.
Yeah, vaccine's kinda tricky, and if there's ever a power loss, you have to throw it all away.
Cool.
No, not cool,
Alright,
not cool.
The only thing on yours for job duties that wasn't on there is home visits as needed, is that,
what do you think?
I don't know if it's sort of covered there with that vaguely.
That could be part of a tuberculosis intervention.
But it
Yeah.
might,
And triage,
visits are
right,
required,
that part.
but it might also be a wellness check on someone that they haven't, people have,
That's usually police,
police are doing wellness checks?
they're the ones that get
That
called
get
to do
called.
it.
They get called, okay. The only other thing that we were thinking originally, for home health visits were, after someone has a newborn baby
Newborn
and stuff.
visits, yeah.
So do we wanna include
Yeah.
that?
You could do that.
6, home health visits. Do we need to define it any further than like, can make home health visits?
As needed.
As needed. Better phrasing.
Did I add in, I think the only thing that I didn't add in, the only thing I didn't add in was, having a Massachusetts registered license, registered nurse license, current professional CPR certification as a condition of core checks.
On here to the qualifications, we had previously were up to date vaccinations record, driver's license and personal vehicle, minimum 2 years work experience.
Yeah, that was, I think that's overdue. I mean, it's kind of
You
an
don't
assumption that you're
preclude
gonna have a
people.
driver's license.
Yeah.
I mean, under one, promotes and protects community health, prevent disease, blah, blah, blah. We could put something like in the form of, like a blood pressure clinic. I don't know, do we have to be specific there?
I don't
No,
I don't think
No.
so.
so, because
No.
although,
it's not all
prevent-
encompassing, right, of everything that,
Correct.
as long as things fall under
it's a
that
good,
generally.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the Board of Health, since they're working under the Board of Health would have, we would like to see, some preventative medicine, such as blood pressure clinics or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could set something up over here at the senior center.
Yes. Or have a voting night.
Well, I think this is a good review of what is
Okay.
here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should, do a final document, clear document, and then vote on it the next meeting, so then I can then bring it to the select board. Okay? And discuss it with Nate too.
Do you want me to type this up and then, send it to everybody for review before the
Yes.
next meeting?
I sent you a copy.
Yeah,
Well, with,
but with these marking, these changes.
well, a few corrections, additions.
So, do we have the funding? Do we have the money? So, as soon as this goes through, we can
Yes,
post it? Do we
Well-
still have somebody that's interested?
yes.
Yes? Okay. And
Yes, so
we have-
we bring
and we
it
have
to
the
the
money.
select board for approval or notation that we're doing this and where the funding is coming from. And then we can do the official advertising.
Probably should work towards somewhere along the line to get a line item for it,
Right.
I know it's
The
pie in the
initial,
sky hope.
the initial funds would come from the Board of Health revolving account instead of paying it to, MPHN, which we did last couple years, 3-4 years, at over $1,000 a year. It'll go directly to, a nurse that will report to us on a monthly basis at the very least, perhaps more often. Okay? And that money has been spent previously, and instead of just spending it and not seeing any results, this way we hope to spend it and see the results of what we spent our money on.
Right.
So therefore, as we've all discussed before, I think, this is the step that we need to take.
It's a positive step.
Yeah, it's definitely a positive step.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's where we're at on that. Fall vaccination advertising sheets,
Yeah.
okay.
Everybody saw those, right? The
Yeah.
thing that she sent out. Yeah. And I took notes at that last meeting for MPHN. They spent 70,000 on flu, but they spent 89 on just COVID. So combined, they spent 160,000
In the region.
for
And that was-
MPHN. Yep, the first time,
that
and
was
now
the first
this
time.
next time, they're doing another 89,000 just on the COVID. Just
Wow.
COVID. Yeah.
And that was yesterday's meeting on
Monday, yeah.
October 23rd. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know if I actually responded to your email or not.
We
I
didn't,
thought-
but that's okay. I assumed you wanted me to get on.
Yes.
so I
How
just
many
did.
doses is that?
Oh,
Don't know.
380, 380,
Wow.
yeah. Well, of the COVID, so
Yeah.
89,000 for 380 doses,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Wow.
Cause it's
So
all
that's just
commercial
yeah,
now,
right.
so it has to be purchased and reimbursed. But
English and Spanish.
MPHN has a public health excellence grant,
Mhm.
so they got $240,000 from that grant. So they're using grant money to do that, but hopefully they'll be reimbursed.
Alright, so under the, item B of the fall vaccination advertising sheets
Mhm.
that have been put on the website, as Nancy reminded me, they are both in English and Spanish versions, so that,
Great.
The ones that I think you brought them in.
yes, so they're there for that. And
Spanish?
then,
Well,
I
who
didn't bring
sent those
anything in
in?
Spanish.
They were
Yeah.
from last week, last meeting,
yeah, there was Spanish versions, and that's fine to have
Mhm.
more than one language.
English and Spanish.
Alright, anything else in
Is
regards?
it the pathways thing I brought in?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and the bridge program?
Mhm.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I
so I
thought it
did
was
hand
you
that
that-
to you, yeah,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I wasn't thinking of the bridge access program thing.
So I had her put them all on.
Yep. So people will know where to get,
Yep.
yeah,
Mhm.
CVS, Walgreens, Community Health.
Okay. Any, moving along, under recycling metals, we will be able to do it on Saturday, November 4th, from 10 to 1. I will be there. Is anyone else, did you say you might be able to be there?
I can get there at 10:30.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that a Saturday?
And it's a
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, no, I won't be.
That's okay. And I confirmed that we will be accessing to recycle metals of all kinds. They can take, I confirmed it with Templeton Salvage, which buys the metal from us, that we can recycle lawnmowers if there's no oil or gas in them. We can recycle any kind kind of metal appliances as long as there's no Freon or other oils of anything in them. I had to replace a tractor radiator, it's empty, so I can recycle that. You can recycle bicycles, old bicycles, they'll take them as is. It's for aluminum and all kinds of metal. Again, no fluids of any kind is the bottom line. They will take the really old style tower computers that are, you know, the ones from 20 years ago.
Like a PC.
Yeah, any of the old
They'll
tower.
take those?
Yep, they'll take those and crush them up. So basically, you know, toasters, all that kind of stuff that's just metal, primarily. You know, old grills, old office metal desks, you know, metal chairs. You have metal chairs you want to get rid of. So they'll take old tools, of course, old pipe, you know.
Did you check on the frying pans with like the Teflon
If it's
coating?
mostly metal,
Yeah.
they'll
Okay.
take it.
Alright.
We can put it in. And, there will be no fee. People can just come and we'll have a sign on the road saying recycling with an arrow. And it's there's two entrances. First on 68 going south, you see on the right, the DPW entrance and then there's a second entrance, and we'll have a sign there.
Is this only for townspeople?
And it's only for town residents, yes. You know, not tires, but the tire rims, anything like that you have laying around that you wanna recycle. An old shovel that's no broken or whatever. Anything made out of metal, they'll take it. Just no liquids, no oils, no gasolines, no Freon of any sort. They will take it if it's obvious that it's all been removed.
So how are we gonna advertise this?
Yes, so, we'll do the e-blast.
Okay.
We'll get it on the color board. And we can also put it on the website. I think those are I don't know that the town has an official Facebook page.
No, it has a Hubbardston people
Yeah,
page.
no, so,
Fire department does, but I don't think any other
The
department.
police department does.
Huh?
The police department does.
I do too.
It's not a bad idea to post a flyer on the Hubbardston People Facebook page.
Yeah, a
It's
lot of
not
people see
all
that.
like evil.
I don't do Facebook at all, so,
It's not all bad.
I would need someone to do that for me. Would you do that, Liz?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I just need a flyer.
We should put like a small list of sample items, you know, that you can drop on.
Sample items.
Just so that people.
Include.
Suggest.
Yeah, you know, like things that people might not
Think of,
Yeah.
or not think that you could use,
Yeah,
like a
like a
lawnmower
bicycle.
or,
Or,
right.
yeah, just,
Yeah, the
and
bicycles,
say,
the
you know, and
lawnmowers.
say no fluids and, you know.
Right.
Yeah, cause Katie Young's always posting flyers on there.
Yeah, Katie Young is always on those for people,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, so I'll get that to you.
Or with some other really rude people.
That's not all.
Those the same ones though, you know, being
So I intend to bring an old metal desk and a grill and some old pipe that's in the barn. Might be lead pipe, but still metal, so it's, I'll fill up my pickup truck and bring it over. And, the reason we're doing the metals recycling is number one, it's good for our town to have a place to recycle metal, whereas
Environment.
and the funds goes to pay for a special dumpster that we have at the DPW station, so, it's helping keep the town cleaned up as well. So, I hope that everybody can do that. All right. Liz, thank you for, I'll get that to you.
Oh, yeah.
To put out on the, Hubbardston Facebook
That's easy
townspeople
enough,
site.
I can do
Thank you.
that.
All right, unexpected subjects of any kind. I just wanted to give folks an update that I've gotten 3 of the commercial, food inspections done, this week. That leaves, 3 more, plus the school, plus 2 residential items. And then all the food inspections will have been done for the year.
Is
Both
it
the-
one of those Ron Merton? Or they
That's
already been
not-
checked?
That's a campground inspection, that's not food. They're
Okay.
closed.
Oh, okay.
So, and Rieta, their second one. So all the commercial ones were all done once, and now as a commercial site, it's done twice a year. And, I've started back in on it, so it'll be completed hopefully in the next, fingers crossed, before the next meeting.
Found all the pads.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're looking for the paperwork that I fill out.
We found
And we found it. Okay,
That's a
anything-
win.
Yeah, it's a win.
Big win.
All right, I haven't heard any additional complaints, so nothing new to report on that. Oh, is there any other new unexpected subjects?
Well, have you, received any emails about the blueprint for public excellence or operating standards for boards of health?
Did that come through?
We've been getting the emails, right?
I've been getting,
Yeah, I've been getting emails too.
Yeah. So there, back in 2019, a report was published, it's Blueprint for Public Health Excellence, recommendations for improved effectiveness and efficiency of local public health protections. I guess it's gonna become sort of across the nation. So Massachusetts, of course, is, one of the New England states that has individual boards of health, so it puts us in a little bit of a unique, because most of the country is on a county system. So, anyway, they've been looking at it and we're just starting, I haven't really had a chance to really take a look and, dissect it and pull it all apart. But basically, what they're looking at is developing standards that the Board of Health would adopt. And they're some of the services, you may need to consider working with another Board of Health, just because of the, broadness of the standard or whatever. Or some of them you can take on all by yourself. But there's a lot of, I guess, as year goes on, we're gonna probably see more and more of these, emails talking about, standards of, an SOP, standards of operating.
Would you forward
Operation.
those emails to me?
Yeah.
I'd appreciate
They
that.
come from Pamela, right? Is that?
Plus.
I don't know,
I feel like-
Pamela will have to be forwarding, cause they're coming in from DPH.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're talking
But I
about
thought I had seen
standardizing trainings
standards.
for boards of health and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they wanna try to bring, they've been on this kick for a long time. They wanna bring standardization and uniformity all across the board and everything. I've been seeing that in MRC, it's been driving me crazy, but, they want anything that any group or an entity that has any kind of connection with DPH, they've been trying to bring in some sort of uniform, so they want some uniform standards all across every single, Board of Health.
Mhm.
So they're gonna start asking us to, change some of the way we do things. So I just wanted to bring it up that they're just starting to bring in all of all the documentation, and I'll keep an eye on it and see what's going to happen down the road. A lot of this is still in planning.
So if you would forward that to Nancy so she can forward it to all of us, that would be great. Just to make
I thought
sure
I
that
had, but I will, yep,
we're, okay.
I'll look again, yep.
All right. Okay.
Fun.
Right. In theory, all of this is going to benefit everyone,
In theory, yes.
and on the opposite side, it could just create a lot of bureaucracy.
Right,
So,
Yeah.
you have to weigh,
that's what we're
How
gonna have to
much?
watch. Yeah.
watch and weigh as to how much, and which way it's gonna go, and give our input back as much as we can, being a smaller town.
There's many benefits to trying to, so if you move from one area to another, then, the expectations are similar.
Same.
And that's a big benefit, but like Kathy just said, it can also create a bureaucracy nightmare.
Right, and slow down the efficiency of things.
It's supposed to improve the efficiency of things.
Well,
That's.
Some parts
that's what
of
the
it
book said.
could, some parts can, and other times it doesn't. It's just, what the burden might be on people in towns like ours where we're all volunteers
Mhm.
and we don't have paid staff to work on developing policies and so on.
Yep.
We don't have paid staff to do certain inspections and so on.
I kind of got the idea that if you needed to get into this kind of service or this kind of standard or whatever, then it would be, you could just go to a site and it would just spell it out for you. But that's a lot of planning on their part to be able to get it up and running the right way. So we'll have to wait and see how it all comes out.
Okay. I know there's quality of excellence for farmers as well.
Yep.
Massachusetts has that too.
Yep.
And
Well, while COVID was going on, they sat in their little offices doing a lot of discussions.
Okay, good or bad, that's good, that's okay. All right, turnovers, warrants for approval, financial reports, do you have anything, Nancy? Nothing. All right, anything else before I call for adjournment? All right, the next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, November 14th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Meeting here in the Slade Building, and I call to adjourn the meeting at 8:34 p.m. All right, we'll see y'all here then.
Could you do 11/2? Could you do like 11/2? See.
I was just afraid of, if I did that, if it would be understood what it is, that it was
A date.
a date. That's
This is
why
hard.
it is very hard. It's like a puzzle.
And I'll give that
Like,
to you.
this is supposed to be clinic.